Welcome back. Welcome back. It's your host, Delano, on the FanWide Podcast. Today has been an electric, bad day for the Washington Mystics. We lost one of our pillars of this squad, Brittney Sykes, and it really showed tonight what her impact was on this team. The Washington Mystics took an L to the Chicago Sky. Um, if I believe if Brittney Sykes was still on the squad, this would have been a different outcome. But based on where the team needs to go in the future, the trade was a necessary evil. The trade was a necessary thing that had to occur. Um, a whole lot of fans was not happy with the decision to move on from Brittney Sykes. I mean, a lot of fans. But at the flip side, there was a lot of fans that understand the reason why we had to move on. So, with knowing that, it was like, hey, do we continue to go down the same road, or do we make a move? And we made a move, but it also showed tonight because we only had 9 players that suited up for the Washington Mystics tonight. Only 9. We didn't even have a whole 10 players to give people rest, right? Coach Sidney Johnson did the best he could with the lineup he had. They definitely will have to bring in somebody else. Hopefully somebody young. Give them a shot. Maybe a Deja Kelly. Maybe Harmony Turner. Somebody like that. We'll see what happens. Because at the end of the day, the goal is not to win right now. The goal is not to win whatsoever. But yeah, let's go ahead and give it a breakdown. So, the Washington Mystics. Let me get back to it. So this game was in Wintrust Arena. Let's see here. Angel Reese didn't play. And I almost thought Aaliyah Edwards wasn't going to get in the game either. But, we're going to talk through all that. All right. So the game just concluded, and it was 78-64, right? And I would say this. It looked really bad for the Mystics early. It looked like nobody came to play. Like they were still heartbroken and hurt that Brittney Sykes moved on, so they wasn't focused. So their first quarter looked like Chicago was going to run away and embarrass the Mystics tonight. But during the second quarter, we performed better. But of course, when you dig yourself a huge hole, it's hard to get out of it. And then on top of that, we were without scoring tonight. Even if we would have had an additional 10 points, that just shows how more competitive of a game it would have been, right? We would have probably had the opportunity to win, right? But it is what it is. We came up really short, and we just gotta see where we go from here, because it doesn't get any easier from here. Because on Friday, we played Minnesota at Minnesota, right? We already know the juggernaut that Minnesota is, with or without Nafisa Carter, right? So we got a long stretch to go. But at the same token, it's like, hey, our goal is not to win right now. Our goal is to secure a top tier draft pick for the 2026 draft. That's what we got to do. All right. So, yeah, it wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good look tonight. So Sonia Citron led the Washington Mystics in scoring with 13 points, along with 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 steals. So she played stellar defense. You could tell that she was the focal point. She was the number one option tonight, and I believe that she will be the number one option going forward. But we still got to play through the post. Kiki Irvin had 10 points, 6 rebounds, shot the ball well, and Shakira Austin, our other dynamic big, really didn't have it tonight. You can even just see it. I think you could just see it in her face. She was kind of tapped out tonight. But maybe, emotions got the best of folk tonight, because really and truly, nobody on the team looked like they was into it tonight. And, I think it's related to the trade. So Shakira Austin had 8 points, 5 steals, 5 rebounds. That was a pretty good stat line, but for the way that Shakira has been playing all season, she didn't hit the boards like she normally would. They wasn't crashing the boards like they could. So I think that it's good that we have some days off so that we can flush this through and get back to it on Friday. So, with us having 3 days, 2 days of practice, 2 days to discuss what's going on and get back to it, I think they got an opportunity. Let's see what happens here. And this was also another opportunity for Sugg to really, really display that she needs to be the point guard going forward, right? So Sugg Sutton had 8 points, 5 assists, but she had 3 turnovers. I expected her to have more points because she is a scoring option. But at the same token we know that we need her to set the offense up and to get us in order, right? So I really believe that Sugg needs to come back next season. But this game really showed who might be gone. Let's be real. We got some fan favorites, but as how today has went, it really showed, hey, this is a business. The WNBA is a business, and they will make a move, and it don't matter if you're a star or not. They will make a move, especially with our new general manager Jamil Wiley. She don't care. If you got to go, if it's your time to roll, she will get you up out of here. Whether if it's for performance reasons or if you have value. So she is willing to do what needs to be done to improve the team. So again, if you're tuning in and if you're not aware, Brittney Sykes, aka Slim, has been traded to the Seattle Storm, right? We wish her well. We thank you for your time, your effort, your hard work, your sweat, your tears, your bumps and your bruises. We appreciate you. But, hey, that's just how it goes sometimes. Yeah. So, if you're a Washington Mystic fan, be prepared for the losses because we about to get something for real. All right. So, let's talk about the Chicago Sky. Chicago Sky, hey, they did their thing. Ariel Atkins played stellar ball today, right? 15 points, 5 assists, 2 steals, shot 50% from 3. But at the same token she didn't have a top tier defender on her today. So, we still got to give her credit. She did her thing, especially against our old team, the Washington Mystics, because we traded Ariel Atkins at the beginning of the season for the number 3 pick. that ended up being Sony Citron. So, hey, it is what it is. Camila Cardosa, 16 points and 13 rebounds. Will, 18 points, 10 rebounds. They really took it to us tonight, right? We expect our bigs to have this type of performance. But Chicago Sky got the better of us tonight. I think, we wasn't there tonight. So hopefully we'll have a bounce back game against Minnesota. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it was a rough night tonight. Now, the tails of the tape, what I always say, you can always see how we won and lost the game from the team stats. And once we go through this, we're going to talk more about the trade and how it impacts our Washington Mystics going forward. If you let us know if you're a Washington Mystic fan or a Chicago Sky fan in the comments. Let us know. Let us know who you're representing. And if those are not your squads, hey, let us know who you represent in the chat. All right. So tell her the tape. All right. So Chicago Sky shot a better field goal percentage. They shot 54% to the Mystics, 41%. Right? They just outshot us. They got us in 3-pointers. We're not focused shooting free throws, so we only shot, and this is the Washington Mystics, only shot 53%. It is what it is, right? All right, so rebounds. We got out-rebounded. We normally out-rebound everybody. Don't matter who it is. We got handed. They beat us in assists. So if you got assists, that means that transfers into points, right? Steals. We stole the ball like it was nothing, right? So, and 4 of those steals were Tony Citron. She is a masterful thief when it comes to stealing the basketball. So we have 14 steals to the Chicago Sky 6. And, that leads to Chicago Sky having more turnovers. We had more fast break points. But we didn't have enough. The largest lead by the Chicago Sky was 19 points to our 2. Come on, son. And we got beat up. We got toasted. We got fried tonight. Again, I really think it had a lot to do with one of the leaders, one of the leading forces, one of the voices that keep the Washington Mystics calm, keep them driven, keep them going. Brittney Sykes was traded. She was gone. Hey, it is what it is. Again, we wish her well, but hey, she gone. She out of here. Unfortunately. Yeah. So with that being said, it was a tough day. It's a tough day. Now, again, we off to Minnesota. It doesn't get any better. It doesn't get any better. So we are actually going to be playing again Minnesota on Friday. Then we play Dallas, then Golden State, then Indy, then LA. Connecticut starting to look like they're trying to play good and tough basketball. Then Vegas. Then on Sunday, August the 24th, the Washington Mystics have a home game at 3:00 against Seattle. So Brittney Sykes, Slim, is coming back to town, and I'm sure he will be extra motivated to have a great game. So hopefully it won't get out of control. Hopefully we get the victory. But based on how Seattle is constructed right now, they look real scary. They look real scary right now. But hey, it is what it is. We just got to keep on pushing and keep moving. And to be honest, when I look at our remaining schedule, we might not get another victory this season unless something catastrophic happens. If anything, we might split with Connecticut. We might. But if we don't get somebody that in here that can score, to help out our post players with Aaliyah Edwards, with Shakira Austin and with Kiki Irvin, and to help Sonia Citron out, we're going to be in trouble because Sugg can score, but she's needed to run the offense. So unless we get some additional help, this can be an ugly remaining of the season. It could be really ugly. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We got about 17 games left in the season. It can get real ugly if we don't bring in somebody. Because even still, we got 9 players. We need more bodies on this team. We can use an additional guard, and we can use like a small forward, somebody that can run the floor, and let them really try to see if they can position themselves to be on the team for next year. Because right now, the rest of these games is your audition. And this is a message to the rest of the players on the Mystic team. This is your opportunity to audition to see if you will be in a Mystic uniform next year. This is your opportunity. And if you don't play up to standard, I'm sure that Jamila Wyman will find a new residence for you, or have you back at your residence without being a part of the Mystics organization. So right now is, hey, even though you might not be happy with the decision that was made and how it went down, this is your opportunity to shine and prove who you are. Because even if let's say they move away from you on this team, you have how many other teams? You got opportunity. But don't fold at this point. Don't do it. Don't fold. CWYMS. Follow for a follow back boss. Hey, I think we can handle that. Go ahead and follow that. All right. So quick question for you. Who is your Washington Mystic team? Put it in the group chat. Put it in the group chat real quick. One thing that I did notice tonight that Aaliyah Edwards didn't get in the game until either the end of the second quarter or the third quarter. At that point, I was like, hey, if she don't get in this game and we only have 4 people to come off the bench, she's next to get traded. Because there's no reason why she couldn't have gotten the game. There's none. Absolutely none. But at the same token is, if you can't get in the game, that's you also got to question yourself at this point. Because if you can't get in the game, we only got 9 people. What's going on? What's really going on here? You know? But yeah, this was a tough loss here. Going into this game before the trade occurred, we were expected to win this game. I had full confidence that we were going to get this game out the way and continue to battle for a playoff berth. But hey, with the Washington Mystics executive team have decided, hey, it is tankathon time. We are tanking it out. We're trying to get as high as we can when it comes to a draft pick. So, in the 2025 draft, if you're watching Mystic fan, you already know we had 3 first-round draft picks, right? And that comes from Jamila Wideman coming on, our new GM coming in and swindling some teams. All right. So we traded. Again, we traded Ariel Atkins to Chicago, right? And she had a good game tonight, but we traded her, and it looked like we won that trade. I still think we won the trade because we have a rookie that's coming in and having similar numbers as Ariel Atkins and Sonia Citron. And then, we also drafted Kiki Irfin. And then we also traded. We got another trade, and we ended up with the 6th pick, right? With that trade, we ended up with Georgia Amore, and Georgia Amore was hurt, ripped her knee up on like the 2nd day of training camp. So we look forward to what she can do when she comes back next year. We expect that she's going to be fully healthy and ready to go. And, that turned into, we had 5 draft picks, right? So Jamila Wideman wasn't done, right? Swindling and diddling. She ended up getting us some more draft picks for 2026, right? And that also, that draft pick comes from a trade from today. Brittney Sykes going to Seattle. In return, we received Alicia Clark and a few other players that didn't even make the flight. Or if they did, they got cut when they got off the flight. They got cut. But we also, the main piece of that trade was we got a number 1 or first-round draft pick in 2026, right? So now, from last year, at the beginning of this draft, we also traded Katie Samuelson, right, to Minnesota for a late round, first-round pick in the 2026 draft. So now we got our natural pick, which is going to ultimately end up being a higher pick because we're going to probably lose the rest of the way. So we got an opportunity to be in the lottery again, right? But with that also being said, we got 2 additional draft picks. So if those 3 players make the team, right, that's going to put us with currently 6 first-round draft picks in consecutive drafts on our roster, right? So that means that some people that we have grown to love, have grown to get used to, are going to be gone too, right? Then also we're going to have a lot of cap space. That means we might pick up some people too. So this team is going to look totally different in 2020. Totally different. Yeah. So let's see what has happened. Let's see what happens. See what happens. So yeah, let's talk a little bit more about what we're missing here. Okay, so let's see here. All right. So as of right now, right, there are quite a few players that are expected to go in the first round, right? We definitely will need point guard help. We definitely need small forward help too. And even more critical, we need 2 guard help at right now too. So we need a lot of people right now. This trade, we we need everything, right? We need everything. So whatever we need to be just drafting best player available. To be honest, um, yeah, I think we might end up with Flo J. Johnson. I think we're going to end up with Flo J. Johnson. Got to give the fan base somebody to be excited about, right? Someone that's going to bring some pizzazz, some swag to the team. So I think that she's going to be our pick, right? And she can score, she can defend. She's pretty much the younger version of Brittney Sykes. Let's be real, right? So I think we're going to go with Flo J. Johnson. That's what I think. What do you guys think? What do you think? All right. Yeah, what do you guys think? I think she'll be a great pickup for us. Um, yeah. Also, do you think that if Shakira Austin doesn't get back to her ways of playing that she demonstrated in the beginning of the season, do you think she'll be back? Or do you think this is the end of the road? What do you guys think? We do know that Kiki is going to be on the team, regardless of anything. Kiki Irvin is going to be on the squad, no matter what. Sonya Citron is going to be on the squad, no matter what. What do y'all think? What do you think? Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. What do you guys think? So, again, the Washington Mystics lost tonight, and it wasn't pretty. We did continue to fight, but it was just one of those things where, hey, we just got to get ourselves back together. We got a few days to get our minds in tune and get our minds refocused and recalibrated so that we can try to win some games. But again, winning is not the priority right now. Tanking or the best draft pick is the priority right now, right? Because even though we have 3 draft picks this season, we probably could have had a better opportunity to get Paige Buckers, but in the 2025 draft, this year's draft, but it didn't pan out that way because we wanted to start to try to win at the end. So, Miller Wyman is like, yo, we blowing this up, we breaking it down, and we gonna fill in the pieces as we go, right? So that means we're gonna be young. Hopefully we're gonna be running and gunning, and hopefully, to be honest, if we lose out this season, how I think we're going to lose out this season, right? Because we overachieved. We did way better than expected, like way better than expected. If we end up going in the direction that I think we're going to go and try to go again next year, 2027 is going to be electric. That drive is going to be electric. Because imagine this. Imagine we retool our team with young players. We add a few veterans, right? And in 2027, we got a chance to get the next heir apparent. Juju. Wow. Imagine that. But that will only be done in due time. Due time. But again, this is a tough day for Washington Mystic fans. And it's just like, hey, it's it's one of those things where Mystic fans are torn, but I can honestly say that most people are not 100% thrilled about this, right? Even with us knowing the direction that we're going to go, right, and the direction that we need to go, it don't feel good. It doesn't feel good, right? So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. So again, we appreciate everybody for tuning in, checking with us. We got people watching on YouTube. We got people watching on Twitch. We appreciate y'all, right? So yeah. Again, this is your trusted voice for Washington Mystic content, Delano on the FanWire podcast. We appreciate all y'all for tuning in. Make sure that you follow us on social media, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, all that. Follow us. Subscribe. Definitely subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you can be made aware of all of the content that we're dropping, because we always could be dropping something. Whether it's a win or a loss, we giving you something. So again, we appreciate y'all. We tuning out. It's been a long day. Hey, and we will be right back at on Friday. Because hey, we playing Minnesota.